big day. We have quite interesting news for you today. It's a front page review. I'll give you headlines from different newspapers in Nigeria, and then we get to talk the big stories. And we have quite an interesting one. I can't wait to get into it so we can talk about it. If you're someone that follows the news, you already know what the big story is going to be. You already know because it's everywhere. In fact, it happened in the night time. Let's start. We'll begin with this day newspaper. Now, the first headline here says, Wike, Fubara sign Tinubu's truce. Leave to fight another day. Now, the writer says all court cases instituted by Fubara to be withdrawn. Impeachment process against the governor dropped. Led leadership. Amewole led leadership. 26 defected members recognized. Assembly to decide where to sit henceforth. A government to represent. They mean to say the budget. Quite interesting. And also here, National Assembly may pass 2024 appropriation bill this week. And Tinubu vows to uphold media freedom, respect divergent views. And that's it from this day newspaper. Let's go to another newspaper now. We have the Daily Trust here. Fubara, Wike embrace peace, agree on 8 resolutions. Tinubu meets Fubara, orderly others over Rivers crisis. And we also have here the North out of school children population time bomb, says the federal government. Now to the Punch newspaper, National Assembly may pass a budget. SAT 541 MDAS ends defense. That's the story in the Punch newspaper. Rivers crisis, Wike Fubara reach truce as Tinubu intervenes again. Husband kills wife over cooking argument in Lagos. Bandit adopts Zamfara village head. Ima demands 5 million naira. Sanwo-Olu unveils Ikeja overpass today. Lagos 2024 budget scales the second reading. And also we have that Lagos State government says night post office demolishes in Lagos structure. Let's go to the Sun newspaper this morning. We have here that Bayelsa Castina 4 orders the top list of poor states in IGR, says a report. Now, Lagos, the writer says Lagos generates higher revenue than 30 states combined. Rivers crisis, lawmakers to drop impeachment proceedings against the governor. And also here, Adeboye to cleric, pray for Nigerians. Let me take it again. Adeboye to clerics, pray for Nigerian leaders. Don't curse them. Federal government to empower Chibok community with 210 million naira worth of equipment for furnishing. For farming. Let's get that clear. Now, also in the Nation's newspaper this morning, Rivers crisis, Tinubu brokered peace, sets 8-point resolution for Fubara Wike sides. And also Tinubu to MPC board, start work now. I won't tolerate non-performance. And we have also here that 2 die, property raised as Inferno got laid Alake's residents. Quite a sad one. Now let's move to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Rivers crisis, Fubara told to represent budget to full assembly house. Tinubu meets newspapers proprietors, vows to review policies affecting newspaper industry. And still in the Vanguard newspaper, Pope authorizes blessings for same-sex couples. And this is a breaking news. Earthquake kills 95 in China. And still in the Vanguard newspaper, convicted Yahoo boy Victor Ode is 19, not 7, says EFCC. Now to the Guardian newspaper this morning, Nigeria may burn over 1.5 trillion naira on cooking gas in 2024 amidst incentives. Tinubu broker truce as Fubara Wike sign peace agreement. Now, the writer says court stops INEC from conducting election to replace the 27 defected lawmakers. Fashola Tinubu has no constitutional role in Ondo Rivers crisis. Ogoni people threatens to occupy Abuja. Calls Wike to order, Rivers elder tells Tinubu. And finally, INEC plans rerun by elections for February 2024. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of these newspapers. I just read the headlines from 7 newspapers in Nigeria. We'll connect with Rufai now for the analysis of the stories here. And also Obeda, whether he's standing by to also give some fresh perspective into some of the stories here. Good to have you join us this beautiful Tuesday morning. You're listening to the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM is the front page review. Now to the big stories here. We have quite a number, but let's go to the very big one, which we already know. It's in all of the papers. It's about Tinubu broke her truce as Fubara Wike signs a peace agreement. Now, that's how it is written in the Guardian newspaper. We have it here in this day newspaper also saying that Wike Fubara signed Tinubu's truce, live to fight another day. Now, this has set the internet on fire. A lot of talks here and there. Now, it says there was an agenda that was signed before they came to this. He said all court cases instituted by Fubara would be withdrawn. Impeachment process against the governor will be dropped. Amehule-led leadership, 26 defected members recognized. Assembly to decide where to sit henceforth. The governor is going to represent the budget that he did already presented and that has already been signed. Now, this talk is getting really interesting. I'm going to take a bit of the story for us, and then we'll get to talk about it before we move to other stories. I'm expecting to connect with Rufai Hussaini, and we'll get to talk about all of these stories. In case you're just tuning in, good to have you. You are listening to the front page review on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I hope you're watching us on YouTube. If you're not, just go straight to YouTube and subscribe to our channel and watch us there. Now, President Bola Tinubu yesterday held a meeting with the governor Fubara, the former governor of the state. We had Peter Odili and other stakeholders at the presidential villa in Abuja over the crisis in Rivers State. Now, the meeting was the second intervention since the impasse between Fubara and his predecessor Wike started about 2 months ago. Now, the meeting between Tinubu and Rivers stakeholders was not unconnected towards development of the state, where 27 out of 32 members of the State House of Assembly who are loyalists of the FCT members defected from the PDP to the All Progressive Congress. Also, a closed-door meeting which was underway as press time was the Vice President Shetima and the Rivers State Deputy Governor Ngozi Udi. Others were Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, the PDP acting chairman in the state, the person of Aaron Chukwemeka, the embattled Speaker of the House of Assembly, Martins Emehule, and the chairman of the APC. Now, Odili is regarded as a political godfather of many in the present Rivers State. So he was also at the meeting. Now, at the end of the meeting, quite interesting stuff. Warring faction they signed a peace agreement at the presidential villa, an 8-point communique issued at the end of the meeting and listed certain conditions. So I'm going to look at the condition also. Mind you, I'm connecting with Rufai, and we'll get talking shortly. As soon as he connects with us. Now, going back, all court matters instituted by the governor in respect of the crisis will be immediately withdrawn. So all court matters that because of this crisis, all will be withdrawn. All impeachment proceedings initiated against Fubara to be dropped immediately. Now, the leadership of the assembly are also recognized by Martins Emewule shall be recognized alongside the 27 members who defected. Now, the governor will represent the 2024 budget to a properly constituted assembly, and all commissioners in the cabinet who resigned their appointment shall be resubmitted to the House for approval. Now, this is not going well with a lot of people. Now, the governor of Rivers State, Fubara, was saying, if you look at the people that attended the meeting, it was like he was just there. He was just there, and he had no say. The question is, why did he go there in the first place to sign this document? Why did he agree to it? Some people thought he was already winning the battle. And also, we know Rufai has spoken here that this is just the beginning of the fight. Let's watch out for the part 2. And all of what is signed here, you could see that it's pointing towards favoring Wike, the Wike fraction of all of this. So the 26 people that have already left, they are now going to be reinstated. The commissioners that resigned will be reinstated, and he will now have to represent the budget. So good morning to you.
Hello, Mary. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning.
One day, one drama in Rivers, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. You know, if the governor of Fubara goes ahead to represent the budget, he will be the first in history to do that.
I think to a large extent. So good morning, all of our great listeners. We love you all. And we pray as we get up to the end of the year, we pray for your safety and protection. Truth has to be said. I saw the agreements, and the agreement to me was a disgrace to democracy. A sitting president of a country, because of political reasons, trying to suspend the constitution. He's saying, the president of Nigeria, in that agreement, or the agreement he reached with them, is saying that lawmakers, that their seats are declared vacant based on the constitution, because if you defect, you have no reason, your seat automatically should be vacant based on the constitution. You are saying they should restate lawmakers like that. And Fubara signs that deal. I don't even know what is wrong with Fubara himself. With due respect, I don't think he's ready to be able to stand firm and be assertive. You signed that deal. You appended your signature to that deal. Does he think that with that deal, Wike is going to leave him alone? Wike just wants to use this ceasefire to buy time to be able to finally nail the final nail in Fubara's coffin. That's what he wants to do. So you said that. You said a budget that has been passed will not be represented. And the president was overseeing that. Then he went ahead and said that all the emoluments of the members of the National State Assembly should be paid back. And the only deal for Fubara in all of this was they will suspend impeachment. It's a lie. You think Wike will have recognized 27 members and he will suspend impeachment when you can see that there had actually been something that leaked about a court judgment they got to nullify the hitherto ex parte and start proceedings for impeachment. And whoever advised Fubara, you went ahead, you signed what he did. He just signed the beginning of his end as the governor of Rivers State. That's what he just signed. And it's obvious that he doesn't have a governor asserts himself. When President Tinubu was governor of Lagos, nobody dare come and do this rancor in his states. Even over a major constitutional matter as local government creation and LCDA, Governor Tinubu stood his ground against the might of the federal government. The federal government went ahead not to pay Governor Tinubu of Lagos the monies due to him. He said he doesn't care. And he went ahead and he ran the state and he took the government to court and he won. That's how they could create LCDAs in Lagos. A state governor must know himself as a subnational. Concerning when they were errant National Assembly members, did you see anybody there interfere in Governor Obaseki's matter in Edo State. Not to say what Governor Obaseki was doing there was good, though. But did you see anybody there interfere? So if you show weakness, people will take you for a ride. If you show weakness, people will take you for a ride. Governor Fubara has shown weakness. And see, Wike, I will submit to you today, is well on his way to winning this game. They are so going to rubbish Fubara. Except he stands firm and somebody advised him again on that deal he went to sign. Whoever advised him wrong. As a governor, you assert yourself. You allow the court to panel the decisions. You go to court, you bury your decision, and you stay by your judgments. You stay by your judgments. Because Governor Fubara fails to understand that he is a subnational. He's a subnational. He's a subnational. He's a subnational. I don't know.
You know, this speaks a lot about the president presiding over such discussion, a matter that's already in court. Suspending.
Can you imagine?
Suspending the Constitution. So it's. Can
you imagine the flagrant disobedience of law and order?
So you can just call and say, okay, this is like a family meeting, and it's already in court. So.
And this is the second time President Tinubu is going to do such a thing. That was how he did in Ondo with Ayedatiwa. Is this kind of democracy you want to run? I think the governors too should stop fooling themselves. When they keep believing that they don't understand the role they play in the Constitution. You are a subnational. Whoever told Fubara to go, no. And that's why governors too, when any small thing, they start fooling themselves. I'm sorry. And I can now see why Wike chose him. Because Fubara is now behaving, oh God. Can we call this light beats? No. I can now see why because they know it's easily malleable. That's why they chose him.
No.
That's why you see that these godfathers, they will not choose people that can upset the apple carts. I mean, I'm just reading. The governor of the state shall represent the budget, the properly constituted House of Assembly. When you have an expert backing you. You didn't do it without the law. You didn't do it ultra-virus. All matters is student in the courts that be, and you signed. They told your own lawmaker. So if you sign this, what about what is it called? The presiding lawmaker that stood by you. So all the people that fought for you in the state, you have disappointed all of them.
He might go back and not work with what he has signed. Just like when Ojukwu and Gowo, they met and their papers signed. When he got back, he did not go ahead with the plan. So he might as well go back.
Probably it can be another case of Aburi.
Yes,
let's see.
Aburi, yes.
But if Governor Fubara is implement what he signed, though, it's a beginning of political suicide big time. You don't do this to yourself. What is it? For position? No. I would rather face the consequence of impeachment than to chicken myself and no. If you're a man, show that you're a man. I beg.
But
let me say I get power, but I don't get power, but I get principle.
No, the questions of people asking is the Peter Odili there. That what is he doing there? On which side is he on?
If you say Peter Obi, Ada George too was there. Rufus Ada George was there. So the question is, they will say they are on the side of peace. They are trying to claim neutrality because they know anywhere it swings so that they can constantly be relevant. But at some point in life, if there's a point you must take a stand.
There's one argument now that the cost of peace, that nothing is too expensive for peace to reign. That Fubara should take this so that peace will reign in Rivers State. That if they go ahead with this, head will roll. Some argument from some corners saying that this is for peace. There is no price to.
That's a wrong argument. See, I'll tell you story historically. You see, when Hitler started taking all over Europe, one of the first places he tried getting into and attacking was a place called Sudetenland. Sudetenland was on the grounds of what's Czech Republic today. And because there were a lot of people of German extraction there. When Hitler started the Wahala, people said, oh, let's allow peace to reign. And the likes of them, Neville Chamberlain, the British Prime Minister, and other European leaders then, said, oh, give him Sudetenland. If you give him Sudetenland, he will make peace. But guess what? Once Hitler saw that they gave him Sudetenland, the next thing he was calling for was the whole of Europe. And he almost achieved that aim until the Allied forces now said, enough of this big guy. Then you had the likes of them, Winston Churchill, that says, see, we might not have the dexterity of your army from the 11th Panda Division or the 7th Panzer Division, no. But we are going to fight you in the beaches of Normandy. We are going to fight you everywhere. And we are going to prevail. You might hurt me, we are going to prevail. And that's what led Winston Churchill to say one famous quote today, that who is an appeaser? And Winston Churchill said, and I quote, that an appeaser is somebody that keeps giving crocodile meat, hoping that the crocodile will eat him last. Mary, I submit to you today that Fubara is an appeaser that keep giving Wike every deal in the name of peace. But in the end, Wike will consume him. You see, I told you that story with a historical context. Because if you keep saying yes, yes, yes to people's decision, see, peace is only end in a place of mutual respect. There are different forms of peace. So. Peace of the graveyard, crocodile, peace that is not end for mutual respect, that somebody benefited, somebody is not happy. And you are saying that's peace, and you say the person should shut up. The person is bottling up. One day we talk. So, please.
If you look at the meeting, it was just as if the governor was just in one corner. He was given a set of instructions to go and do.
So, Fubara is behaving like an appeaser today. Don't worry. When they deal with him in the state, he will know how far. But you see, the problem he will have created is when they now start dealing with him, people that he's supposed to trust to fight for him will never take him seriously. I might be wrong, Mario, but he had just signed this political death warrant. I might be wrong, I might be wrong.
Like Daniel Bola said, he said the ball is now in his court. It's not left for him.
Fubara has just signed his political death warrant. If he implements those agreements, I might be wrong, but I think he has just signed his political death warrant.
Interesting.
I think he has just done so.
This is an interesting drama for the December season.
Yes, so real action.
It's gotten more interesting with the role that the president played in all of this.
Yeah, and the president too should please stop putting hands in illegalities. The president of the country cannot come out openly and say, oh, because you want to settle a political rift, you violate what the Constitution says about the matter. It's wrong. The president swore to be a defender of the Constitution by oath. He swore to defend the Constitution. He has not defended the Constitution in this matter. Come what may, what the president should have said is, follow the Constitution. What does the Constitutional provision say? And go and settle your matter amongst yourselves. That's what the president should have done.
So Fubara
he swore to defend the Constitution. If consider you swore to defend, you're saying they should violate it. It's expressly clear. If members defect, and there's no rancor in the party when they defected, they must lose their seats. Pure and simple.
So it will not carry the Constitution and go back. What has been said, and say, okay, go back and go and present it again. Let's watch it. Yeah. Let's watch and see how it's going to pan out.
Let's let the drama unfold.
Yes, so. Thank you very much, Rufai. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
No, thank you so much. I mean, you just have to analyze that story from all angles today. It's the biggest story for the day.
It is.
I will give you all the blow-by-blow analysis right here on video. Trust us.
But let's see what Fubara would do. It's not the first time they are settling. that the president is. This is the second one, and he might. Let's see.
That's true. You have a great point there, Mary. This is the second time they're settling.
Yeah. So when he goes back, he might say, "Okay, I want to do what's on my mind now." So let's watch.
Let's see how it goes. Bless you, Mary. Have a good one.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah.
We'll go for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, the conversation will continue. Keep it here. You are listening to the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafte Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
It's about that time for this conversation.
We want to know what the public has to say.
Your voice.
Fuel subsidies removed.
My voice. Our voices must be heard.
Problem here, as long as I'm concerned, it's not helping the society because the way things are going now, everything has gone up.
For current news and daily updates, trends and vibes, vital information and more. Tune in daily to the best radio station. VOP, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos. Now, you have a voice. Speak up.
You're listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM is the front page review. I have Obed Awede on the line with me. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Mary.
How are you doing today?
Very well.
Now, great. The big story here, it's about what's happening in River State, the crisis. I remember speaking to you earlier, some days ago, and you told me that Fubara actually has a big chance of winning this fight and being in charge of the state. But from the look of things, we can see from the meeting he had with the president and some other statesmen and some other people that Wike's hand is heavily on this, and he might as well be on his way to losing his authority in the state.
No. Well, I saw that meeting, and then I saw the resolution that came from the meeting, where they signed to certain things. Oh, they are going to stop the impeachment. Is the governor is going to give back control to the 27 members for the House of Assembly. But the truth of the matter is that agreement that they had in Aso Rock is worthless paper. The president has no role, no basis at all in trying to resolve the River State crisis, the logjam there, except in making sure that the security services and all other government offices that are under him are not partisan. So it's really he has no role coming to call them like school people say, you have not behaved well, you should do like this, you should do like this. No. He doesn't have any role at all. So what they signed there is a worthless piece of paper. They can't take it anywhere to actually enforce it, because there is nowhere in the constitution or the laws that say that the president should call a meeting like that and they reach an agreement. Oh, people have come out openly to say we have defected to APC. and there's a court order in River State that said that the legislation of the assembly led by Ehe, that's the 4-member one, is the recognized one, and these other people are not recognized on account of their defection. So how do you now come to make an agreement to say, well, all those things, we leave them? Fubara perhaps should have taken a different route to say, well, I'm sorry, these things are in court. But perhaps because of the influence of people like Peter Odili, and then the power of the presidency, he may have decided to sign that agreement on that basis. But I believe that when he goes back, he will get better counsel that will tell him that, look, he has no basis to respect that order and institute people who have defected already, have gone to a different party, which is an issue for determination of the courts. To say, is it right? Can they continue? Can they remain where they are? So I really see that as a worthless piece of paper. I think it's something that is done to make everybody happy. I believe that the governor, maybe his own strategy is, look, let me play the fool while I still make sure that I have sufficient, local alliance to actually deal with this man at the right time.
Listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We have a network disconnection there. I'll try to connect with him again, and then we will continue because he's not done with what he was saying. But in the meantime, I think I might take a few calls as we progress on this conversation. But I'm connecting with Obed, and then we will get to finish his thoughts on this matter. Well, the numbers to call, if you want to call or send in a WhatsApp message, let me give you the WhatsApp first. It's 0700 903 903 0700 903 903 903. The phone lines are already buzzing.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and location? Hello, good morning. I can hear you. Good morning.
Okay, my name is Peter. I'm calling from Yanakwanja.
Okay, Mr. Peter, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. It's on, assigning on this issue. I know that he gets back to Port Harcourt, he will be called to order. What he did is against the law. Even what the president did is contrary to what is in the law. So I know that they can't say whatever he is done to Harcourt, and definitely he will not oppose what that he had already signed in Abuja. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't hear all what you were saying. I have Obed already now. Okay, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay. You were saying something before the network jam.
It's not actionable anywhere because there is no provision in the constitution that the president will come and make a kind of political agreement that they take this out of court. They will make these agreements on resolutions on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on that basis there will be peace. Nobody can take it to court. On which basis? The president has no such powers under the constitution. They have what something that they can use against the governor. Politically say, we signed an agreement. But the governor is on firm ground. Why? Because there's a subsisting order of the River State High Court that has recognized the of the House of Assembly led by Speaker here. That is the form of a faction. So until you vacate that order, everything that they are doing is just academic. And the whole idea that you have to take back the budget and go and present it, it's just academic because the process has been completed there. So except you have an order from the High Court vacating that, There's no person. What are you going to do? You are going to tell the judge, say, please take back your judgment, or what? So I think some of those things were done to actually serve the ego of Wike and the rest of them. And then the governor is smart, as I believe that he's smart, even though he doesn't look at you. But you know that you never know. there are people on ground that are advising him and the rest of them.
Yes.
He will go back to those people, and I'm sure that he will get legal advice on what to do. And he will say that actually he has better control of the state. That is in terms of the alliances with locally that people are coming out in support of him. And Wike had his back to the wall. So what Tinubu did was just to rescue Wike politically, to give him some the kind of political upmanship. To make it look like, oh fine, I'm in control of this whole thing. But the governor is still in control of that state, and he has a very good chance to actually decimate Wike politically. He will just buy this time. Wait. In terms of removing those, taking back all those things from court and the rest of them, I don't think he will do that, because I don't think there's any basis for that. That's the process that is going on. I was thinking that part of the agreement. What is that? Oh, you people that went to APC, you have to go back to PDP so that we go back to the status quo as it were before. But you gave an agreement that sort of emasculates the governor, politically on paper, which I have said is of no effect. So the man goes back to the state, he continues with his budget, because on which basis we will say that he has passed the budget, he has signed it, he's going to represent it again. It doesn't just make sense. And I think that it's actually creating a bigger problem in that state than we have seen.
Thank you.
I don't think there's any effect at all.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Obed for your contribution. We've been speaking with Obed Awede, he's the chairman, board editorial, Now Politics newspaper. Now we'll start taking your calls now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
Yeah, Moses from Elasamaja.
Okay, Mr. Moses, go ahead.
You can see this aberration from the president. What?
Yeah, hello. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. 0700 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Good morning to you, sir.
Now, Chief Aloy, I'm calling from Maputo.
Chief Aloy, welcome. Go ahead, sir.
I see all these things when they happen for River State now. We are talking it, it's in and play with the play. See, this is when they happen now. Governor, our president don't call meeting. I know say he do bad. Even if they're waiting court now, the president get the court. Anything when he said them, now they go do. And the one person has been call meeting now, they know they return to their seat. Other 27 House of Assembly. Then that PDP are doing an APC. That is the first question. Because all these things, when they tell them pay their salary, let them go back to their work. Is it under APC or under PDP? Second one, where they talk, all these things when they happen for Nigeria, if you take court to have hope, you are disappointing yourself. Because if you see now, the president is the court. Anything when my servants, the people when they say for me, anything when I tell them, I think they go do for me, otherwise I sack them. So what I'm saying, as the man sign, what will the man go pray now and say, you don't be one of the governor of River State. Otherwise they can teach him anytime. But once a big man is always a big man, make you say you don't win election. You don't be governor, because Awolowo was saying if you be president of Nigeria for one thing is okay for us. And he not be the president before he died. So all these things when they happen for Nigeria now, you don't know where will they go. So I beg you the governor, let me take it anywhere he's here. We don't be one governor. Thank you and God bless.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chief Aloy. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call And for WhatsApp, you could send it to 0700 903 9039. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my dear sister.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
Mary, my name is Mr. Chief Seven. Always Seven.
Thank you for calling.
Mary, what a country. What a country we have. What a country. The president keeps on violating the constitution every day by day. Mary, so Mr. Tinubu can intervene in Rivers State because of his interest, right? But Mary, Mr. Tinubu cannot intervene in the Mechanic case. I thought that this case of Rivers is already in the court. Mary, they didn't say it's in the court. Why did Tinubu intervene? And yet Tinubu cannot intervene in the Mechanic case that is already in the court also. After they intended the court to do their work, right? Then let me go to Fubara. Fubara has just shot himself. He has just shot himself. Mr. Todd sang a song. He said, I don't want no peace. All I need is my equal right. Let that be equal right. And peace will reign. How on earth can you sign that agreement saying a politics of peace? Are you insane?
Thank you. Thank you.
Then again, for please 1 minute. For I don't know, you don't know that we should not be talking our rulers. But I don't see them as rulers. They are all rulers. But it is very protect.
Thank you.
What you expect to be doing for them? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's like the output is low. I don't know if you could hear the callers very well, but from here, it sounds a bit low. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning. This is loud. Good morning, Peter Monse. Good morning to you.
Thank you very much. Peter Monse must always be loud because Mary is loud too.
The other call has been very low. I've been wondering if it's the network.
Yes, I couldn't hear him very well, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start my 2 minutes from here. Now, Mary, I would like a Fubara to approach this matter like the Supreme Court approached the presidential election matter. Do you remember that the Supreme Court said that even the guidelines of the INEC were not in the Constitution, that they were just guidelines, that they want to do what the Constitution says. So in this case, any meeting from Tinubu and from Odili, from anybody that is not found in the Constitution, like my brother Obe said, is just a mere academic exercise. Maybe Fubara signed that in order to let him go out alive from that place. So once you get home, you check the Constitution, all the contents of that agreement, are they approved of by the Constitution? The answer is no. And somebody told us this morning that Tinubu and Fashola have no constitutional role in the crisis in Rivers and in Ondo. So for me, that exercise is in futility. Unfortunately, it is the president that is supposed to uphold the law, the Constitution, that is violating the Constitution. Now I would ask, do we still have constitution in Nigeria, or we just have President Tinubu that must be obeyed and not the Constitution? And finally, that is like you mentioned something about Chibok community, that the government want to give them how much to buy what? Farm implements. Am I right?
Yes. You're correct.
Now, very good. I don't think the Chibok community needs their farm implement for now, because they still have their daughters with the terrorists, with Boko Haram. If I were to be a member of Chibok, I would have told the government that the first thing we need is to go and bring back our daughters from the forest with the Boko Haram.
Thank you.
They used it to campaign for 2015.
Thank you.
I see that up to today, they have not bring back people's daughters. And they want the blood of these girls will look for them on the day of judgment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter Monte. Appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you, Nemeka.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Compliment of the season, more.
Same to you.
Sometimes, you look like that you be president of Nigeria, where everybody they bring his anger or anger on your side. You are just ordinary president now that is presenting the news to us. Meanwhile, Mary,
yeah,
the country is heading towards a line that this, towards there was a continent. That is where we are heading to. Now, the law is not very bad in Nigeria anymore. Rather, the constitution is working. What Mr. President did, he did not accept that in Lagos when he was a governor. He did not accept federal coming to intervene in his affair. But he can feel comfortable at the Abuja Aso here to go reverse people to the end that everybody will come, just stand and say whatever he likes. We are telling Mr. President this morning, if you can't law with constitution and law, you should get ready for anything that you see in this country. Let's be honest. Because you that are supposed to maintain the law and constitution are violating this. That's why I tell you a message. This country is heading to be like North Korea, where one man is in the realm of affair, where one man runs the show alone. If he's sending the country into hell, everybody will be going there. Let the elders of this land wake up. I'm saying this. Let the elders of this land wake up and the lawmakers. If you wake up, this is my take this morning. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Nemeka. Thank you. Now, I want to take some of the messages that we have here from WhatsApp first, then I'll head to YouTube. We have Benjamin from Shogula says, good morning, Mary. As President intervened in River State political crisis yesterday, which for me is not constitutional because he belongs to a political party, so his intervention will be biased. Nigerians should not replace president intervention with Nigerian constitution. My appeal to the president is he should urgently intervene in the crisis of hunger, poverty, insecurity, naira scarcity, high cost of foodstuff. Nigerian masses are passing through difficult times. Okay, thank you very much for your message. And Leo from Lagos says, good morning, Mary. Pope Francis okay with blessings of same-sex couple, and if it is true, I will suggest for Cardinal to remove Pope Francis as Pope. Okay, Leo, thank you very much for your message. Prince Ayote from Marina Market says, good morning, Mary. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. The life of Mr. Peter Obi matters to me. The federal government and APC cannot stop him from saying the truth, and they cannot bribe him for he is our mouthpiece. It's time for Mr. Wike to leave Mr. Fubara alone before they will reveal more of his secret. I'm calling on Mr. President to get Mr. Wike arrested because he can't get away with his crime this time. Mr. Fubara should concentrate in his work as his case is still in court. They can't impeach him as both embrace peace. That is good for them. Prince Ayote from Marina Market, thank you so much. Azu Chijoke says, how can budget that passed and signed into law be represented? What is that called? Wike should leave Fubara alone and face Abuja. How can the government find peace with commissioners who have left his cabinet and not coming back? Federal government should bring back Chibok and Dapchi girls in the hand of terrorists and not just a 210 million naira gift. Mary, hear me right. It's truly Pope Francis okay same-sex marriage? Thank you very much. I think you could read more of it. I gave you the headline. You could just read more of the story so you get the facts of that story. We have Franco Nero from USA. He says constitutional order should reign supreme in our land, not people settling constitutional matters in Aso Rock. Otherwise, the downsliding of the rule of law in the land will be fast and furious. Niger matter now, wow. Mr. Frank, thank you very much. And HRHB Sunwoku, where have you been? Shodi, where have you been? Good to have you back, Umoko. He says, good morning, Mary. Governor Fubara is really falling my hands. I advise that the president should stay away from Rivers crisis. Wike should know that nothing lasts forever and should allow Fubara to have peace. Thank you very much for your message. And we have another one here. It says, good morning, Mary. My name is Nemeka from Ejigbo. Please, what do you expect from Mr. President? Is now in charge of the country. He can do whatever he wants. Nigeria is now like North Korea. Okay, I think you just called in and you said the same thing. Thank you very much for your message. We have this one. Okay. I'll go to YouTube. But before that, let me take Barrister Evans from Canada. Says this is a warning to Nigerian judges. If they allow themselves to be used by politicians, they will live to regret their decision to be judges. Regarding a crisis in River State, when a member of political party raises flag of another political party and chant their slogans, that's defection. So those 26 former members of the House of Assembly in River State are no longer members of PDP. Neither are they members of House of Assembly by constitutional provision. Let me once again warn Nigerian judges, when they create problems through their induced judgments and rulings, their security guards will not save them when they will provoke the masses. Barrister Evans from Canada, thank you very much for your message. Now to YouTube. Let me take one or two messages from YouTube from the very beginning. I have Cyrene Anthony GPS. Okay, thank you. I can't take your message because it's not airworthy. I have Collins Super says Nigeria. Thank you. Let's see. The Franklin Dixon said Nigerian wildlife too much to talk about. I want to use this medium to wish the good people of Nigeria Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year ahead. Thank you very much. And I also have Anthony Carrimore says, good morning, Mary. What about the commissioner that tendered their resignation? Will they be re-elected, re-engaged as well? From Tony Onyemeka. I got your name right. Onyeneka. Yeah, Tony Onyeneka. Agbara Estate. Thank you very much for sending in your YouTube message. And thank you. I want to stop here today. Thank you so much for being part of the program this morning. I'll be here again tomorrow, same time, from 7 to 8. My name is Mary Onaife. Coming up next is Ogendigbo. That's another interesting program. You don't want to miss it. Keep it here. You can find me on Instagram at Mary Media. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodation